Hey guys, welcome to my pistol tutorial. We're going to do the tutorial on the pistol today. Let's hop right into it on the lower receiver. So, first part is a 1x4 plate with a 1x1 brick with a hole in the side, a 1x4 brick, a 1x4 plate, a 1x1 plate, a 1x4 smooth plate, and then a 1x1 plate, and a 1x1 plate again to make this rectangle. Copy that for the other side, and then on the bottom you do 2x3 plate, a 1x3 plate, and a 2x3 plate, and a 1x6 plate. And then you attach the two sides with the holes on the opposite end of the piece sticking out. If you want your gun to be non-reciprocating, or you don't have any rubber bands, you don't want this to protrude, you just do a 1x5, or however you can do a 1x5 plate, so 1x4 with a 1x1 plate, or a 1x3 and a 1x2. Alright, moving on. We're going to go into this piece. You're going to start here. Put that there. Alright, a 4x4 with two 1x2s on that side. Then a 1x6 and a 1x6 with the 1x2 plates on the back. Then this piece with the ridge on it. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a it kind of protrudes a little bit. If you don't have that piece, you can use this piece. It's basically to dock something, or snap onto, and you put that onto the side for now. Then you go onto a 4x4 plate with a 1x2 on the bottom, a 1x4 plate on that side, and a 1x6 plate smooth. These are all smooth on this side. Then on the bottom you do a 1x4 with 3 studs in it and 2 black pins, and you put that facing away from that. Then you put a 1x4, a 2x3 brick, and then a 1x2 brick with 2 holes in it, and you put that to the side. So it should look like that. And then that piece. You should have 2 1x3 slopes. Put those off to the side. A 2x4. This is a 1x4 plate with a 1x2 plate and a 1x2 plate with a kind of protruding clip piece. And then that's where the clip piece goes onto. A 1x2 slope, and then a 1x2 cheese slope on the opposite. And you touch it like that. This is going to be your hammer. Other way. This is going to be your hammer. And then you have this piece with a alright, put this here. Let me break it down. 1x6 smooth plate, 1x4 plate, and 2 1x2 plates. You do that again and put those off to the side. Then you need to have 2 1x6s on either side, a 1x4 plate, a 1x2, a 1x1, and a 1x1. Then you have a 1x4 Technic pin, and then you have this Technic piece that wraps around it, and then it has the hole on the other side, and you attach a rubber band to that, and you feed it, and you kind of feed it over it, and put it between those 1x1s and 1x2s, or those 1x1s and that 1x2. And then you put a 1x4 Technic pin, and then the slight angled piece. And then on all the way the back, 2 black Technic pins, two 1x4 pins with 3 holes. This side has a smooth plate, this side has a 2x4, a 2x2 brick, 2x2 plate, and 2x2 plate again. Then you take what you've built, you take these 1x6 with the 1x4 plates, and you attach them like that. And then take this with the parts and do that. You take the 1x3 slopes. You can do a 1x2 if you want, but the grip might not be as sturdy. Then you place them there. Then you take that piece with the two Technic pins, and then you snap it on right there. Then you take the piece with the two holes on the side, and it should snap in like that. So you should have a hole, something to slide through. And then you have a 2x4 piece, you slap that on right there, and the hammer piece, which you put on at the end. And that is your lower receiver with the trigger and the mount, well, for the slide, and this is the hub kind of part. Then we're going to work on the grip. Oh, yay, broken a million pieces. I'm going to put these onto the side for now. First you start with a 4x4 plate, a 2x4 smooth plate, a 2x4 plate, and a 1x2 jumper plate. It has the stud in the middle. And then you take these 1x2 kind of slopes. It's 1 brick tall. Then you take the Technic pin, and it should have the stud on the side, and you put a 1x1 cheese slope on there. Then you take 4 of those and you layer them on the back. Then you take a 4x6, a 1x4, and a 2x4 plate. And you put 2 1x6 plates and a 1x2 plate. These are smooth. Then you take a 4x4 and place it there at the bottom. Then you place a 1x2 and a 2x4 right there. Here, let me make it easier. Oh, sorry, you put a 2x3 and a 2x2 plate. Then you take a 2x6 with a 2x2 in the middle, and you slap that on where the 2x3 ends. Then you add 1x2 plate there, 1x2 plate there, 1x2 plate there, and 1x2 plate there. Then you lined this whole back with 1x2 jumper plates, the 1x2 plate with a jumper hole in the middle. And you make sure those are all straight in the line. Then you attach these two pieces, and that is going to be the back of your grab. Then you take 3 4x4s. Then you place a 2x4 there, a 2x4 on this one, and then the third one you place 2 jumper plates at the bottom. We'll worry about these later. And so you just have those kind of in line like that. Make sure you have 3 block tall 1x2 slopes that are 3 blocks tall, and then you have 11 bricks long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, 11. And then on the middle row, you have a 1x1 and a 1x4 with studs on the side, then a 1x2, then a 1x4 with studs on the side. And then you place, you place the plates like that. We'll worry about that 1x2 later. And you do the exact opposite on this side. And you do that. Then you're going to take your back plate and this plate. And you place them like place them like so. And on the end, you also have the 1x2s. And then you place these two sides on, so you should have more of a rounded grip. And you take the 1x4 with 2 jumper plates, and you put that one on top, and then the other two with the 1x4s in the middle, you put them on like that. And also, if you want a thumb grip, you put it on 3 studs below. And these are kind of finger grooves, and if you want to put them on, please take a screenshot. They are very simple. They're just layered like that across, and 1x2s where the jumper plates are, and then there are 1 space between, and the last finger should end on a edge. We are done with the grip. Now we move on to the upper slide. So first you start with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A 1x12 with, and then you skip 3 blocks, a 1x1 cheese slope, a 1x1 tile, a 1x1 cheese slope, a 1x4 brick, a 1x1 jumper plate, a 1x2 jumper plate, a 1x2 plate, and then a 1x2 jumper plate again. Then you have this, a 4x4 plate, or just 2x4s, and you connect them with 1x4s like this, and then you put a smooth plate on top. You put that onto the side now. And then you have this. I have a piece of tape on it. I'm going to take that off. It's for strength. You don't really need it. You do a 1x4 with a 1x2, then a 1x6, then a 1x6 plate, a 1x4 here, and 4 1x1 cheese slopes. And you can put that off to the side for now. I'll tell you where the placements of the plates are. Then you take a you take a 2x4 plate with 2x2 plates in the middle. I use these grooves because they give less friction, yet still support it. And then a 1x2 plate, 1x2 plate, and 1x2 plate. And you put that off to the side. Then you have a 4x6 long piece, and on the bottom you have these. It's a 1x4 plate, then a 1x3 long piece, a 1x2, a 1x1, a 1x2 piece with a slope connected to it, and then a 1x2. And you do that for the other side. And then you put a 1x2 piece on that side. Then on top, it should be double layered, so it's 2 bricks thick. Then you have a 2x4 smooth plate. Oops. 4 jumper plates, and then you put these 2 1x1 kind of slopes, but they have the little grates in them. Alright, now we're going to assemble the pieces. So first, you do this. You take the 1x4 with the smooth plate, and then the back piece, and you attach them like that. So there should be a little 1x1 place in the middle. Then you take this piece, and you attach it on that side. That's where the shell is going to eject. And then you take this piece with a piece of tape, you attach it right there. And then the piece of tape is just going to connect to that. You don't need it, especially if you're not using the rubber bands, but I recommend it, but you could totally use it. Then the 4x4 plate right there, and that is done with the main part of the slide. Now we're going to do the catch, or the magazine catch system. You totally don't need this if you don't have the pieces. It took me a while to find these. Okay, a 1x3 kind of Technic piece with it's the cross, then the circle, and the cross. You put the Technic piece, the cross, and the circle, and you put that into one of the ends. Then you take a 1x1 Technic pin kind of holder, and you put that on that. Then you take another one of those 1x3 pieces, and you have a 1x2 long cross Technic piece, and you have another one of those through there. Then you have the one piece long stud kind of piece, and then you have the half length one, and then you connect them like that. And so you should have this and this exposed. So it should look like this. Alright, moving on to the trigger guard. It's going to be built upside down, so that's why you see these second pieces. Alright, so you have to have these pieces right here with the Technic holes, and you have to have two of them, and then this connector piece. You snap them on like that. You put that off to the side. Then you need a 2x4 smooth plate, a 2x2 on the back of that. Then you need this kind of arch piece with a 1x1 plate kind of sticking out. And you need two of those, and you stick them onto that side. Then you need two 1x2 bricks, and then you take these two pins. It's the Technic pins with the stud pin on the other side, and so you just stick them in the end. And then you take this kind of connector piece and you put them right there. You kind of straighten out the end right there. That's not straight, whatever, it doesn't matter if it's straight. Alright, you just set it off to the side. Now we are going to make the magazine. So it needs to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It needs to be 11 bricks long with a 2x3 brick, a 2x2 plate, and a 2x6 plate again. Then you put bricks that layer across. There are no special bricks, they're just normal bricks. So you can layer them across. It needs to be 2 bricks high. Then you need to layer 10 out of the 11 studs long with a smooth tile. Then you need to put 2 1x2 plates on top of each other. So one should not stick out, just show the studs, and then one should stick out with the studs. And then you put a smooth plate. I preferably like this, because if you're ever going to grab it like that, it does give a little more traction than just the normal slippery plate. Alright. Speaking of, you just need some kind of basic rubber bands. It should, I don't know how to show you how big. Oh, it should be, if you don't stretch them out, it should be about that long. And then I use 2 to increase strength and have less faulty catches. And then we're going to work on the internal barrel. I recommend using a little bit of tape. So you're going to need a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 1x8 pieces with a 1x2. Then you place some tape right there. You don't need it, but then again, I recommend it. You need a 2x2 brick, a 2x2 plate. Then you put, on one side you put 2 2x2 plates. And then on the other side, you put a 1x2 jumper plate. We'll go into that later. And so you just have 2 of these connected. Then you need this. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 11 bricks long, and everything's 11 bricks long. And then you layer one, then you layer it again, but you're skipping one piece for this 1x1 stud. And so it should be basically one rectangle, except one corner is kind of lowered a little bit. And it should be a brick tall, but with no studs. So here, it should be the same height as a brick, just no studs on top. So 2 plates, and then a smooth plate. And then you attach that to the jumper plate. This is the barrel and the thing that holds it in. Then the last and final piece that you need to make is the barrel shroud. So you need a 2x3 plate, then a 1x3 plate, then a 2x3 plate. Then you need this assembly again, a 1x1 brick, a 1x4 brick, a 1x1 brick, plate, then a 1x1 plate. Then I have a 1x3 and a 1x2, but you can layer this however you want and just make it 1 1 2/3 brick tall. And so set that off to the side. Then, oh yeah, when you have this assembly, whenever you have this assembly, I forgot, basically a 2x2 or a 2x3 brick, a 1x3 brick, or not brick, plate, and then a 2x3 plate, and then layer the middle with smooth plates, and then 1x1 tiles or plates at the end. You can put that off to the side, and then you need a 1x4 long piece on both